Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So if you've been here for a while, you probably know that one of my favorite knitwear designers is PetiteKnit. She is a Danish designer that specializes in pretty much everything. She has children's wear for both boys and girls that is fairly unisex, and then she also has men's and women's patterns that are also fairly unisex as well. She has a ton of accessories, she's got dolls patterns, just pretty much everything, and the patterns are written so well. They are so clear and easy to understand that I think a beginner knitter could use these patterns, while an advanced knitter would also find quite a bit of enjoyment from them as well. I know I do, and I don't even want to say how long I've been knitting because that will greatly age me. So anyway, today's video I'm going to be sharing with you my top 10 favorite knitwear designs from PetiteKnit, but I do want to make just a quick little disclaimer. I have definitely knit more than 10 patterns by PetiteKnit, and I do have some on here that I have not knit yet, but these are the ones that are really kind of my favorites for right now. So if that is something that you are interested in, then just keep on watching. So for today's list, I am going to be focusing mainly on children's wear for both boys and girls and women's wear. She does have a lot of really great menswear patterns as well, but my husband has told me that he does not need any more sweaters, so I'm gonna call it good for that for right now. But the first pattern that I wanted to share with you is the vertical stripes sweater, and this one has been on my knit list for I don't even know how long, probably at least 4 years. I think that I was pregnant with my daughter when I first stumbled upon this pattern, and I thought it was beautiful. I really love it out of this gray colorway and with that little hint of oh, what is that? Mohair. There we go. I was gonna say merino. I was like, that is not it. The mohair on this makes it look so fuzzy and soft, and I really, really like it, and I need to knit it, but I just haven't done it yet, and I don't know what it is. This would be a really great piece to have in your fall wardrobe. It's just got those really nice, crisp, clean lines on it, and yeah, it's just beautiful in general. This next pattern is a little bit newer to PetiteKnit, but when I saw it, I absolutely fell in love with it, and this particular pattern is pretty much the reason that I wanted to include patterns that I have not knit yet, because I think it's amazing, and it is the festival dress. So I love sweater dresses for my daughter Evelyn. She's 4 and very much a free spirit. I think this captures her personality so well. And the other thing that I really like about this particular dress is that I think it'd be a really fun stash buster as well. Obviously you'd want to have enough of that main color, but then those little stripes, you could do just anything that's in your stash. So I absolutely love the way that this looks. I can't wait to cast it on. But if you saw my recent knitting updates, then you probably know that Effie's got a lot of sweaters that are going to be added to her closet fairly soon. So I feel like I should probably focus on my son Charlie a little bit more before I cast this on, but I think it's amazing and I definitely want to do it this year. Speaking of my son Charlie, this next sweater is one that I want to make for him, and it is the Seaside Sweater. I love this colorway, and this is probably what I would like to do for him, having that kind of white or cream for the main color and then having those camel stripes. I think that that's amazing, and yeah, absolutely love this. I almost cast this on a while back, but I ultimately decided to do the Friday sweater, but I need to make this as well. So yeah, it's definitely on my list, and it looks a lot like a sweater that the clothing store Jamie Kay is carrying right now. So if you haven't heard of Jamie Kay, they are a New Zealand clothing company for kids, and I can link the sweater that I'm thinking of down below. I almost purchased that for my son, but then I remembered that this sweater existed, and so now I think I might knit it rather than purchase it. So yeah. When I get my Jamie Kay order though, I think I'll probably share what I picked up from there. They just have really cute things. So anyway, let's stop that tangent. But yes, Seaside Sweater, amazing, absolutely love it, and I'm really excited to cast it on. This next pattern is one that you might recognize. I did knit it this year, and it is the balloon cardigan. I knit this particular one out of a Malabrigo sock yarn in the colorway Sandbank, and I really love it. It's got those really big, voluminous sleeves, but then the actual bodice is pretty basic and simple. It does have a little bit of crop to it, but she does include instructions in the pattern on how to lengthen it. The construction itself is really cool. It is a seamless garment, so all of that, what is that called? The plackets are all just knit right into the design. It's absolutely amazingly constructed. I love it, and it's a really comfy sweater as well. I've really been enjoying it. So that is the balloon cardigan. The next pattern I wanted to share with you is Harold's sweater dress, and I love this one. So I knit this for my daughter Evelyn this past year, and I made it out of a Cascade Heritage sock yarn in the colorway Navy. It's so pretty. It starts with kind of a rib texture at the top, but then it gradually grows through the shoulder area so that the yoke is just really pretty. It kind of blooms. It's just beautiful. And then the rest of the dress is pretty classic, very crisp lines, just amazing little dress. The one thing that I would want to mention about this though is that the neck, it's a rolled hem, and you stick a little piece of elastic in there so that it holds its shape. And while I think that that construction is really pretty, I really like that, it would probably irritate a child that has some neck sensitivity. So my daughter really doesn't care, but I could see that being an issue for some kids. So if that's a concern, you might want to try for a different neckline. Or there is also a pattern that is fairly similar to this that I also really love, and I'll be talking about that later. Anchor's dress. It's got a similar feel. It's not quite like this, but that one wouldn't touch their neck as much. So anyway, if that's something that you're concerned about, just keep on watching, and I'll talk about Anchor's dress, and that one is gorgeous as well. So yes, I love Harold's dress. I can see where some kids maybe would have a hard time wearing it, but we'll come to a solution on that as well. The next pattern is by far the most sentimental on my list, and it is the Carl's cardigan. So first off, it's a gorgeous pattern. I really like it. I remember really enjoying the way that the stitches worked up. And the reason that it is so sentimental is that this is the cardigan that I knit my son Charlie when we brought him home from the hospital. So it will always hold a special place in my heart. I absolutely love it. I'd like to make him another one just for sentimental reasons, but I haven't quite gotten there yet, and I do have a few others that I want to knit him, but always love this. And if you want to see a little picture, here you go. That's little Charlie on 2 days after he was born, I think. He was born in the afternoon, but I don't think we put him in anything until he was like 2 days old or something. So yeah, the other knitwear that's in this little picture, he's wearing Little Sister's romper, which is also by PetiteKnit. She has a Little Sister's romper that's out of a fingering weight yarn, and then a Little Brother's romper that's made out of a DK weight, I think. So yeah, I really liked that romper. And then the socks are, oh gosh, Perfect Baby Socks, I think, by Tabby Gandy, and I'll link that below as well. And then the hat, shoot, I don't remember what pattern the hat was made out of. I know it was a free pattern somewhere, but yeah, his whole coming home outfit was hand knit stuff, and I absolutely loved it. But anyway, let's keep moving on, shall we? The next couple sweaters that I wanted to share with you are both named after days of the week. So the first one is the Sunday sweater. This has a very similar feel to me as the Harold's dress, except for it's knit for a woman. And there is actually a junior version as well, I'm fairly certain. So if you have an older girl that you want to knit for, then you certainly have those options as well. And it has that same kind of feel with that starts with some ribbing and then kind of grows very gradually. It's absolutely beautiful. It does have some balloon sleeves, which are really fun, and it's just a really quick project. I think it was knit out of a bulky yarn, if I remember correctly. I don't actually have mine anymore. I don't know what happened to it. It's probably tucked away in some box somewhere, but yeah, love it. And if I can't find it, I should probably knit it again, because it's a really pretty sweater and very quick to make as well. Then I wanted to talk about the Friday sweater, and this one has a ton of different options as well. I think there's a baby version, there's a mini version, and a junior version, I think. And I have knit this one for my son Charlie before. It's got a really fun kind of thermal texture to it, and then it's got stripes going throughout. Really classy little sweater, and Charlie wears his a lot when he can. It's one of the sweaters that he has had quite a bit of input in. He decided that he wanted to do these stripes out of a navy colorway, which is probably not what I would have picked. I would have probably gone with camel. I'm very boring that way, but he decided on navy, and I think because he was able to kind of put in some of his own opinions, that's made him like it even more. But yeah, really, really cute sweater. Absolutely love it and would highly recommend. I have two more patterns that I wanted to share with you, and while I tried to keep this list in no particular order, I will say that these last two patterns are by far my favorite from PetiteKnit, and the first one is Anchor's Dress. So this is the one that has kind of a similar feel to it as the Harold's dress, except rather than having that kind of mock turtleneck, it has more of a crew neck design, but the majority of it is out of stockinette, very similar to Harold's dress. And the yoke does have some of that ribbed texture, but rather than growing, it has more little sections. So it has a K1, P1 ribbed section, and then there's an increase round, and then it's another K1, P1 rib, and so on until you get the yoke, and it's really cute. I really like it. And if I were to choose one over the other, I would go with Anchor's Dress. I've knit this for Evie probably at least 2, maybe 3 times. My favorite has been an undyed Stellina yarn, which you can see if you watched last year's Vlogmas. She wore it on Christmas Eve, and I'll link it below if you want to check it out and see how quickly my kids can destroy my house. But yeah, we had a lot of fun, and it's such a cute dress. I don't think that she's going to be able to fit in it this winter. She has grown so much. It's incredible. But I'll just have to make her another one and see if I can get my hands on some undyed Stellina again, because that is seriously the cutest colorway that I have been able to find for this dress. So yeah, love that. And then the top sweater, can you guess what it is? Some of you might actually know which one I'm gonna say, and it is the teddy bear sweater. I love this sweater so much. So the embroidery on it is really, really cute, but if you are concerned about embroidery, don't worry about it. She has such clear instructions. I am not very good at embroidery, but I was able to get this to work, so I would think that pretty much anybody could handle it. So yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Really, really love it. I've done this twice with the embroidery. Yeah, I did it out of a camel colorway when my son was just itty bitty, and I think, oh shoot, I had a picture frame of him wearing it in this room, but he likes it and he must have taken it with him somewhere. But yeah, I did it out of a camel colorway, and then I did it out of a gray colorway recently, and both of them are amazing. And then I also did this without the embroidery once, and it's just a really nice classic sweater as well. So if you want to do the embroidery, it's super cute, really, really like it. And if you don't, it's still a great sweater pattern. And this is another one that I think would be a great pattern for both boys and girls. I've wanted to do it for my daughter Evelyn, but there are so many cute little girls patterns that, yeah, I need to finish a lot before I get started on another one for Evie. So teddy bear sweater, highly, highly recommend. It's definitely my favorite by PetiteKnit. So there you go. Those are my current favorite designs by PetiteKnit. If I do this video later, they will probably be completely different because, like I said, she has a wide array of patterns and they are all absolutely amazing. They're just really classic, timeless pieces and absolutely love them. So anyway, let me know what your favorite design is by PetiteKnit down below. I would love to hear what you guys think. And as for right now, I think I'm gonna get going. So thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you're having an amazing day, and I will see you later. Bye.